When it comes to facts in football, there are some that we all know are true for now. Real Madrid have won the most European Cups in history. Lionel Messi has won the most Ballon d'Ors, and Brazil have won the most World Cups. But sometimes in football, there are stories that get passed on as a fact that end up being nothing more than a myth. So welcome to the Bosman Viewing, and this is our breakdown of fake football facts. First up, Roy Keane ended Erling Haaland's playing career. Roy Keane as a man and as a player demanded respect, through the way he played football and how he conducted himself as a captain. However, sometimes this would lead to him playing football on the edge, and on April 2001 he showed this, with a brutal tackle on Haaland, leaving him crumpled on the pitch injured, and later stating it was an act of revenge from a previous encounter when they played against each other. It's often been said that this moment ended Haaland's playing career, but in fact, not only was he able to get back up and finish the game, he played for his country Norway just 4 days later. Haaland would opt for knee surgery that summer, but it was for his left knee rather than the right one Keane hit, and he continued playing football for 2 more years. Keane may be guilty of a few things in his career, but ending Haaland's isn't one of them. Next, Zinedine Zidane was never called offside. One of the most talented and gifted football players to ever play the beautiful game. It's often been cited that he was never flagged offside during his career, but unfortunately this isn't true. Zizou had been caught offside a few times, including in a game for Juventus against Manchester United in the Champions League, and in the 2006 World Cup for France in a game against Spain. As much as we may want to believe it, this is a fake football fact. Now for the truth on Rene Higuita's scorpion kick. In a friendly match between Colombia and England in 1995, Rene Higuita would shock the world of football with an incredible piece of skill that would go on to be known as the scorpion kick. Higuita did the unthinkable by deciding to use his feet behind his back to clear an England cross instead of simply catching the ball with his hands. However, whilst not wanting to take away from the impressive piece of skill, it turned out Higuita had been practicing this move during the entire warm-up of the game, and when the cross was hit towards him, the referee had already blown his whistle for offside, so the game had essentially been stopped at that moment, allowing him to attempt the trick without any risk had it gone badly wrong. No doubt a memorable moment in football, but not quite what it seemed to be. The phrase that shirt sales pay for players. This is a common line that you hear as a way to justify huge transfer fees or wages, but the reality is most clubs don't pocket as much money from shirt sales as you might think. Kit suppliers typically keep around 85 to 90% of shirt sales revenue, and oftentimes a certain amount of kits need to be sold before the club even sees that 10 to 15% of the deal. Now of course big name players can have an impact on how marketable a club is for other deals and an increase on social media following, but in terms of straight shirt sales covering the cost of a player's transfer and wages, that is simply a football fairy tale. Dennis Law relegated Manchester United. The Manchester United legend and icon has long been labelled with the fact that his famous backheeled goal that he scored against United for the blue half of Manchester relegated his former club. Even though Man City won the game 1-0 that day back in 1974, fortunately for Law, other results that took place at that time made it irrelevant. Due to Birmingham City beating Norwich City on the final day of the season to stay up, it meant even if Manchester United had beaten City that day, they would still have been relegated, making Law's famous goal inconsequential. And finally, Wembley is an energy-sapping pitch. There's a widespread opinion in football that Wembley's pitch is not the easiest surface to play on. Oftentimes players are seen going down with cramp or fatigue at the end of big games that are played in the stadium, with the phrase energy-sapping being stated as the reason behind it happening. But the fact is, Wembley's pitch only measures 105 metres long and 68 metres wide, making it smaller than 16 of the 20 current Premier League clubs' pitches. The real truth more likely sits in the fact that most of the games played at Wembley have big significance, like cup finals being played towards the end of the season, which will require more effort from players that will no doubt lead to tiredness and exhaustion. So this one is most definitely a footballing myth. Thanks for watching, and as always, this is the Bosman Viewing. Was there any others that should have been included? Let us know in the comment section below. If you did enjoy the video, if you could leave us a like, that'd be great. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you on the next one.